Hello Internet Land, my name is Luke and I'm from Melbourne in Australia. This is a very short video that I'm doing as part of a Coursera Introduction to Music Production course through Berklee Online. This video is about recording and editing MIDI in Garageband 10, which is the audio workstation that I use. When you first jump into Garageband, this is what you'll see. On the left we've got an instrument library, in the middle we've got our track head, and on the right hand side we've got our timeline with our playhead. Before we do anything starting to record, we need to make sure that GarageBand behaves itself. So over in the GarageBand menu, go to Preferences. We'll come back to the general page in just a second. The first thing we need to do is make sure that the MIDI devices that we are using are recognized by GarageBand, and there they are. I've actually only got one plugged in, but GarageBand for some reason sees it as two. Then we go to General. Software instrument recording, cycle on, cycle off. What does that mean? Well, remember going back to the lecture material, we've got cycling, which is where we can go through the same region again and again and again, whether we're recording or playing. It'll just keep repeating, looping that same thing. When cycle's on, GarageBand can either, when you're recording, can either merge or create takes. Creating takes creates a separate MIDI track each time you go through, and merge overdubs the changes back into the track. So we're going to leave it as merge. Cycle off is when cycle is turned off and the playhead's going over what's already there. Do you want it to merge the changes or do you want it to replace the changes? I'm going to leave it as merge. Now I'm going to add a new instrument. So click on the plus button here and I want to grab, I'm going to make a drum kit. And I quite like the sound of the Liverpool. Here's what it sounds like. Next thing we need to do is make sure that we've got our ticks on there and our count in. GarageBand gives you a couple of options for count ins, 1 bar or 2 bar. I'm going to leave it as 1. And I'm going to jump straight into recording with a cycle. So I'm going to turn cycle on as well. I'm going to record a bass line, then I'm going to record a snare drum, then I'm going to record a hi-hat. I'm going to press the R key on my computer keyboard to start recording with the count in. And we're done. Okay, so very basically that's what we've done, but you can see that you can create quite an elaborate score for your MIDI instrument to play. You'll notice that there are a few mistakes here. The first one is that this kick isn't actually being played by the software instrument. That's because it's not actually, the start of it isn't actually inside the region. I hit the trigger a bit before the first beat, so I need to pull that in so it actually gets played. What I'm actually going to do is, rather than adjust each one individually, I'm going to quantize these. I'm going to quantize them. Rather than notes, I'm going to go to the whole region, and I'm going to quantize them all to, let's go with 16ths. And it's quantized automatically to 100%, but I can pull that down if I want to leave a little bit of flexibility in there. I would normally go probably about 80% for myself because I'm not a very well-rounded musician here, but let's have a listen to that and see what it's like. And you can see at the end of the region, there's this that's not actually inside, so I can actually delete that just by hitting the delete key on my keyboard. So that was a very quick introduction to recording and editing MIDI within GarageBand, helping you to hopefully record a little bit more efficiently. Thanks for watching.